Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. First of all, Israel has attacked Iran, and what retaliatory actions Iran has taken so far. I will present these matters before you. There is turmoil across the world, and the Middle East once again stands at the brink of a large-scale war. The peace and security of the region are under serious threat. This could become a major war or a significant operation. Israel has named this operation Rising Lion, symbolizing an awakened lion. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has also released a statement about this, a 7-minute-long video. I listened to it. It contains the same rhetoric as before the attacks on Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya and Syria, repeating the same narrative. Now, before attacking Iran, similar statements are being made again. The core of the claim is that Iran is very close to developing nuclear weapons. My question is, the United States also has nuclear weapons. So does Russia, Pakistan, India, the United Kingdom, France, and even North Korea. If Iran also develops nuclear weapons, what difference does it make? Israel itself possesses very dangerous weapons. Using weapons as a pretext, Iraq was attacked. To this day, Iraq hasn't recovered. I was watching a 2000 or 2002 video in which Netanyahu supported the attack on Iraq, claiming that peace would follow and Iraq would be better off post-Saddam. But we've seen what has happened since then. The fire ignited in Iraq has never been extinguished. Syria is burning as well. In many countries across the Middle East, where Western or American interests are not protected, the situation is poor. Now, Iran is acquiring nuclear capabilities, and they themselves admit this, saying they have the right. Iran also has missile technology and has developed many missiles. Some of these can reach and strike Israel. The most important weapon Iran has that can reach Israel is the Shahab-3 missile. It has a range of about 2,000 kilometers, which is, sufficient to reach Israel. Other Iranian missiles include the Shahab-1, with a range of 300 kilometers which cannot reach Israel. Then there's the Fateh, with a range of 500 kilometers. The Shahab-2, also 500 kilometers. The Zolfagar at 700 kilometers, and the Qayyam-1 at 750 kilometers. Only a few of these missiles can actually reach Israel. Iran has worked on drones and missile development due to the threat posed by Israel. Iran has followed two strategies, supporting resistance groups against Israeli oppression, such as Hezbollah and other organizations. Israel, in turn, has long attacked Iranian commanders and allies, such as in Lebanon, Beirut, Syria, and other neighboring countries. Israel has carried out intelligence-based operations and assassinated many important commanders. This includes figures like Qasem Soleimani, Ismail Haniyeh, and even an Iranian president who was martyred. Iran keeps saying these actions are being carried out by Israel. Israel, using its intelligence network, has been highly effective in carrying out operations inside Iran. Everyone knew that Israel was going to attack Iran. America had said it, Iran itself had indicated it, and global defense analysts were discussing it. So Iran must have prepared its intelligence and security around its generals and scientists. Still, Iran repeatedly faces intelligence failures. Information leaks from within and reaches Israel with pinpoint accuracy. Either Israel is so advanced that it can collect intel without human sources, which frankly is very difficult, or if it does have human sources inside Iran, then Iran needs to conduct a major internal operation to find how this information is leaking. Israel struck exactly where Iran's army chief was located and martyred him. The head of the Revolutionary Guard's Quds force was also martyred. 2 other high-ranking generals were martyred and around 70 individuals were targeted in last night's Israeli attack, many of them civilians, but also scientists. Some of the scientists killed were Abdul Hamid Manocha, Ahmad Reza Zulfagari, Amir Hussein Faqih Motawallizada, Mehdi Thachi, and Fereydun Abbasi. These were all nuclear scientists working or having worked on Iran's nuclear weapons program. A single scientist is more valuable than 100 or even 1,000 soldiers because they develop weapons that defend nations. Iran wants to develop nuclear weapons and Israel fears they might be used against it. The Israeli Prime Minister claims Iran has missiles in large quantities that can reach and hit Israeli soil. Israel has the Iron Dome, a world-class air defense system. They claim they can intercept any incoming object, missiles, drones, etc. Recently, they claimed they intercepted around 100 drones launched from Iran. Even the Jordanian government said that they neutralized drones entering Jordanian airspace from Iran. We'll discuss this later, but the key point from the Israeli Prime Minister is that if Iran builds nuclear weapons, which they are very close to doing, then these missiles might soon carry nuclear payloads, posing a grave threat to Israel. This fear is the justification Israel is using for attacking Iran. Israel also killed Iranian generals and scientists and launched attacks on highly sensitive targets. The question is, how did this intelligence leak? Once again, Israel has proven itself ahead in intelligence warfare. Many other countries support Israel, especially the United States. The Israeli Prime Minister even sent his aircraft to Greece amid fears that Iran might target it. There are suggestions that Netanyahu might not even be in Israel currently and is operating remotely. Israel, though a small country, very small in size, is surrounded by Jordan, then Iraq, then Iran. The total distance is about 2,150 kilometers. Israeli aircraft or missiles must cross 2 Muslim countries to reach Iran. These weapons cross Jordan and then fall on Iranian targets. Yet Jordan doesn't intercept, warn or stop them. But when something heads toward Israel from Iran, Jordan claims it has neutralized it, saying it won't allow its airspace to be used for war. Then the question is, if Jordan wants to maintain this neutrality, it should apply the same rule to both Israel and Iran, not just to Iran. Some defense analysts claim it's impossible for Israeli aircraft to fly such a long mission, conduct attacks, and return without mid-air refueling, especially given the 2,100-plus kilometer distance. Iran's air force is almost negligible, whereas Israel is far superior in this area. Iran's army is 6 to 7 times larger than Israel's. Population-wise and land-wise, Iran is a much bigger country, but in terms of defense budget, Israel spends more than double. It's a wealthier country. However, since their borders don't meet, there's no chance of a conventional war between them. If their borders touched, Iran would have likely launched a full-scale war by now. Israel benefits from the fact that Iraq and Jordan lie between them. If you look at the map, Iran is followed by Iraq, then Jordan, then Saudi Arabia, then the Red Sea, and across that is Israel, or the occupied Palestinian territory, including Gaza. This geographic buffer is a big advantage for Israel. In terms of technology, Israel is ahead, supported by the United States. How Iran uses its technology now remains to be seen. Iran had recently showcased some of its new weapons and missiles through social media and the news. They released videos showing their newly developed weapons and indicated that they will be launched soon. If Iran is attacked or its nuclear installations are targeted, the attacks are continuing relentlessly. Repeated reports are coming in that Israel has attacked another site and then another. Tonight is also said to be crucial. There are reports that Israel is likely to attack again. One more nuclear facility has reportedly been targeted by Israel, so the United States and Israel are now increasing the pressure. Donald Trump has also issued a statement on the matter, clearly standing with Israel. He has said that Iran still has a chance. Now is the time for Iran to sit and sign the nuclear agreement. The purpose of signing that agreement is to ensure that even if uranium is used, it will be only for energy production. If uranium is enriched to 3 to 5%, it can be used for energy. But if the enrichment increases further, it can be turned into an atomic bomb. Iran has advanced significantly in this regard. It is said that Iran is very close to developing a nuclear weapon and to conducting a nuclear test. The fact that such detailed information leaks from inside Iran is a written reality. Otherwise, how could Israel hit such major targets so accurately? It doesn't seem possible without internal leaks. Iran's challenges are immense. Stopping internal leaks, Iran must stop information from leaking out, uniting Muslim countries. But that's not happening. Yes, Muslim countries have condemned it. Saudi Arabia has condemned the Israeli actions, calling them wrong and destabilizing for the region. Pakistan has also given a similar statement, calling Israel's action irresponsible and strongly condemning it. But will Muslim countries actually stand with Iran? Let me give you a simple and direct answer. No, they will not. It's not possible for these Muslim countries to stand with Iran and start fighting Israel. I don't see that happening. Muslim countries will not fight Israel unless Saudi Arabia does. If Saudi Arabia were to confront Israel, then other Muslim countries might unite and support it. Because of the immense religious pressure, given the presence of the Kaaba and Masjid-i-Nabawi in Saudi Arabia. That would create a whole new scenario. Otherwise, for now, it doesn't seem likely that Iran will get support. They didn't stand with Iraq, Libya, Afghanistan or Syria, so why would they stand with Iran? But is it really that easy to attack and defeat Iran? Not as easy as with other countries, that's for sure. The West, NATO or Israel have had, easier victories elsewhere. The attack on Iran so far has been carried out by Israel alone, although it is getting some covert support. But no one is openly stepping in. If this war expands to a large scale, maybe NATO might enter. Even then, Muslim countries have remained silent before and likely will again. We need to talk about the reality. Despite repeated failures and major attacks, Iran keeps standing. Its key commanders in the Middle East have been martyred. Attacks have happened inside Iran. At least 4 times they have raised red flags atop mosques, a symbol of impending revenge. Yet no major retaliation has been carried out by Iran. Hassan Nasrallah has been targeted. Salwar Sahib was targeted and martyred. Ismail Haniyeh's entire family was later martyred. Despite all these, while red flags have been raised repeatedly, Iran hasn't taken any solid retaliatory action against Israel yet. Now it depends on Iran. What big step will it take next? That will decide what happens moving forward. The world needs to move towards peace. Fuel prices have already surged in global markets after this incident. I want to show you a video of a princess, Princess Dina of Jordan. A short while ago, she spoke about Palestine and broke into tears. She said, "Sorry, you can see it." Those around her applauded her soft-heartedness. She was talking about aid workers in Palestine and how 2 million people are hungry, including children. She got emotional while speaking. On one hand, they show such gestures, but on the other, they don't stand with anyone. People usually laugh at those who only cry. If you keep crying, the world will laugh. You must stand and fight. Iran does stand up to fight, but no one stands with it. When Israel stands up to fight, it gets full support, whether overt or covert, from its allies. That's why Israel keeps winning. On the other hand, Israel's opponents fail because their support is only verbal. All they do is issue condemnations and statements. Now let's come to the budget. The budget has been utterly wrecked. I was reading its key points. This is one of the worst budgets in Pakistan's history. Even the IMF couldn't make a worse budget for Pakistanis than this. A few years ago, budgets used to offer some relief to the people. This time, many things are kept secret. Senior journalist Sadullah Khan from Dawn said that when they asked about an allowance allocated for the military, how much and why, they were refused an answer. Even basic transparency is missing. Salaries have only increased significantly for the military, not for the common man. First, they said 6%, then changed it to 10% as a proposal. Look at inflation in Pakistan. It's massive. PTI, or Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, has shared comparison data from Imran Khan's government. They say inflation was less under Khan. Here's the comparison from 2022 to 2025. Flour, 48% increase, rice 95%, sugar 96%, chicken 118%, milk 70%, eggs 122%, cooking oil 25%, pulses 70%, onions 63%, tea 111%. Petrol prices have nearly doubled, and the US dollar has soared too. This is all the doing of the PDM government, a complete disaster. Just a few days ago, the army chief said this isn't brain drain, it's brain gain, as people leave Pakistan. But now official surveys contradict him, saying this is indeed a brain drain. Pakistan is losing its most brilliant minds and the country will suffer. If all the intelligent people leave, who will run the country? Then you'll need to fill every institution with uniformed personnel, and those with limited capacity can only do so much. These smart people are leaving because they feel their country has been hijacked by a fake mandate. There is no confidence in the system. So the army chief's claim of brain gain is proven false by government data itself. Unless this trend is reversed, Pakistan will move toward more destruction. People are leaving in massive numbers with their money and investment. Even the farming sector has collapsed. Wheat, about 9% decline. Maize, roughly 15.5% decline. Sugarcane, 4% decline. Chickpeas, around 16.5% decline. Cotton, about 25% decline. Overall, where we needed a 50% increase in agricultural output, there's been a 13.5% decline. This government has completely destroyed the farmers, and we will pay the price. First, the farmers will suffer. Then we'll be forced to import these goods from abroad, spending more money, which will come out of our pockets. They presented this budget wrapped in false optimism, claiming to have reduced taxes on salaried people. But the data shows it's peanuts. Whatever small relief was given in taxes, more was taken away through other means. They couldn't collect taxes from the traders, so they're robbing the common man. If you compare the taxes paid by traders versus salaried people, it's grossly unfair. When asked why minimum wages weren't increased for workers and labourers, their excuse was that the industrialists and capitalists didn't agree. So this government listens to capitalists and prepares budgets on the IMF's instructions. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.